I don't really know why, but for some reason not a lot of people have messed with the four-wheel drive version of this truck. And there aren't a lot of aftermarket parts for it, so I just have to buy things and then see if they fit. Alright, this is an interesting one. This is a DA63 carry four-wheel drive lower arm bar. Thank you to everyone who ordered from me this year. I was able to buy this because of you. Will this fit my car? Well, I don't have a DA63T. I have a Db52t if you want to get technical, which we will. Db52t. I'll just put that there. And we'll unwrap this. What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
What's in the fucking box?
Give me the gun.
Okay, now this is supposed to connect underneath. Ooh, she's pretty. It's a nice looking bit of gear. Let's see. Back down there where you can see it. Now, this goes under the diff. Under the front diff, I should say. Like so, and apparently makes the front a lot more rigid. So essentially better turning. Now, will this fit my truck? I don't know. But I thought it was worth a try because, well, why not? If it does work, then I'll know something I didn't know before. If it doesn't work, I'll know something I didn't know before. I don't really know why, but for some reason not a lot of people have messed with the four-wheel drive version of this truck. And there aren't a lot of aftermarket parts for it. So I just have to buy things and then see if they fit, like I did with the transmission. And basically everything that I've bought for this truck. That's why the catchphrase is, and it looks like it's going to need modifying straight out of the box, but what's unusual about that? Well, this is probably not going to be any different, although the ends do have adjustment on them, so I will probably be able to make it slightly longer or slightly shorter. So I do have hope that it will fit. And it's a K-cast, so they are all roughly the same width, and it is a carry. I have looked underneath a DA63 before, and they do look the same. But yeah, who knows? We'll see. We will see. I'm also keen to get the rear version of this that goes underneath the fuel tank and connects the two. Ted found the bubble wrap. The front bolt hole of the leaf spring on either side, that's what the rear one connects to, and this one connects from the bolts from the rear arms on both sides. It is already connected by the front member, so I don't really understand why this would make any difference, but it does look cool, and it wasn't expensive. And I wanted to know whether a DA63 part would fit on a DA52. Or DB52 in this case. Anyway, let's see. Well, it wouldn't be Garage K without some missed footage, would it? What I've decided is to pull apart the front diff. This is a spare front diff that I've got. This is off a turbo model truck. And if you're wondering, yes, this truck did actually come in a turbo model. The turbo model had a completely different head. It had 2 valves per cylinder, whereas the NA had 4 valves per cylinder. The exhaust ports are different, and so are the intake ports. The outlet for the cooling system to the thermostat is actually between 2 of the cylinders, whereas on the 4-valve model, or the NA model, it was actually on the end, closest to the front of the car. That's the rear diff out of a turbo. And the way you can tell is that the center is more circular than on an NA. I can actually show you that. That's a turbo one. And right here, see the shape difference of the center? That's got those two little flaps coming off it. And the turbo one doesn't. Why would you want a turbo one? The center is actually, this circle area here is bigger on the turbo, which means that you can put bigger gear ratios in it and go faster. Or lower gear ratios. I'm not sure how any of that works. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm going to pull the front diff back off and count the teeth inside of it. Basically just have a look at it because I've never seen inside one before, and then I can compare what I remember of these gears or this footage with what's in there, because if I change that, I'm going to need to change this too, so that the gear ratios match. However, I'm not sure what kind of step down or whatever's going on in the transfer case, so this diff might be a bit different to the one that's in the big diff over here. And I mean, you can tell by the size of it that's more than likely not exactly the same, but I'm going to have to find something that's the same ratio. I don't think this is going to be easy. Otherwise, I'll end up overdriving or underdriving the front. So what I've done now is I've just removed the top electric thing. I'm not even sure what that does, but I believe that locks the front diff. If that's the case, I want to remove that because I don't like the front diff lock. I want to be able to use four-wheel drive all the time. Wow, am I zoomed in on this? I want to use four-wheel drive all the time, or whenever I want, not just in the snow. So getting rid of that might be the solution to that, but we'll see. Anyway, so let's just film some of this crap. What I've got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, are just food containers from Costco. When we buy food, we keep the containers, and I've just decided that I'm going to steal some and use them for parts bins. Anyway, let's get to pulling this apart. How are we for in shot? Not very. Let's go over there. Get to see my knees. Whoa. But you can't see my knees because I'm wearing camouflage. First 5 minutes of this video is just me trying to get 2 bolts undone. It's not touching it. Hammer. It's hammer time. Let's belt the shit out of my ratchet. I don't like this ratchet. Better. Alright, is that? Are they the only fucking bolts? Or are there more? Heard someone call this a pumpkin. Kind of like that. Funny. It's funny. There we go. Crack the bitch. Alright, which way are you going? You're going this way. Really? Okay. Oh fuck. Bit of oil getting around. That's why I'm doing this in the bucket. So apparently some things are coming north, some things went south. Oh, look at that. There's a selector in there, just like in the gearbox. Look at that. Engage. Disengage. The lock should put one of these in the fucking rear. That'd be sick. The oil in it was fairly clean, which is surprising and a good sign. Perhaps the previous owner actually gave a shit. I wonder if this would be easier if I had a bench vise. I'm planning on going and buying a bench vise tonight, so that'll come just in time for me not to need it anymore. How does one get this apart? I wonder if I just reef on it. Oh, yeah, you just pull on it. Okay. That's how that's done. That's how it's getting done. There we go. $46. Ah, crap. Look what's happened. Let's count it again, just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then a truck arrives with parts. 45. 45. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 45 on the bigger gear. I've got a phone call, so we'll switch views. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days. 7. So 45 and 7. Alright. As you can see, the final gear ratio is about 6.43. I checked online and apparently that's the same between turbo and NA models, so that's what's standard in my truck. Not exactly ideal when you consider that an AE86 final is around 4 point something. But it's a farm truck. Suzuki designed it like this for a purpose. And it does its purpose very well. It's only the fact that I'm trying to change its purpose that is the problem. I want to drive it on the street fast, and it's not supposed to do that. So we're going to have to think of something else. The biggest problem, of course, is the fact that this thing is four-wheel drive. That front diff is too small to fit a regular diff in it. So it's not a simple matter of going and getting 2 cappuccino diffs, throwing them in and making the ratio 5.125 the whole way through the truck. That just won't work because the diff won't fit inside the front diff housing. So I'm left with trying to find a set of gears that will fit inside this housing that are an acceptable ratio, and that will not be easy to do. Because the only cars with this same layout are Carries and Everys. So I might be shit out of luck. Or I might not. Stay tuned to find out. That is the end of this episode. Thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Later.